A portion of this video has been sponsored by Squarespace.
Alright, hot dogs. They're an iconic food in America. They're at every sporting event.
Baseball game, you eat hot dogs!
There's even contests to see who can eat the most of them. God bless America. And there's tons of ways you can cook these things, whether it's boiled, microwaved, sauteed, grilled, but there's one method we cannot forget about. Rolled.
I like my dogs rolled and my monsters cold.
Now, roller dogs can be found in a lot of places, mostly gas stations. But have you ever wondered how long those hot dogs have sat on there? Now, to save me the digestive pain of eating one of these rolling nightmares, as well as the social pain of asking one of the workers how long it's been on there, I decided to just go on Amazon and buy my own machine. Was this the best use of time or money? No, definitely not. This is probably a terrible idea. Anyway, I figured the only way to test this new machine and break it in was to get together some friends and let's roll some dogs. It's hot dog time.
Alright, so since these are a bunch of my friends from college, we are all very competitive, and decided to turn this into a contest. So let's meet the contestants. We've got Sam, Dave, Vince, and myself. Let's see who can guess the closest.
Alright, Sam. 1 to 10. Rank the dog.
I'll give it an 8.34.
Okay. What's your guess on mileage?
I'll give it about 0.015
Okay.
miles.
Dave. 1 to 10.
7.
7. That's a rookie score. What's your guess on mileage?
I think bite.
Okay.
0.001.
Okay. Okay, Vince. 1 to 10. Rate the dogs.
7-8.
7-8. Okay.
Yeah.
But Vince didn't say.
Well, my average.
Guess the
score.
mileage. Guess the mileage.
0.0125.
He's an informant.
0.0125.
All right, Mike. What's your rating for the first ever roller dog?
The Nathan's roller dog. I'll give it a 6-8. I think there's room to grow. Okay.
I don't think there's room to grow.
Pretty girthy.
They're pretty big, but I think there's still room to grow. Mileage guesses, I'm gonna guess. Can I get my answer in feet? Probably.
Sure.
No, it has to be
It
miles.
has to be miles. I'm gonna guess high, and I'm gonna say a solid 0.03 miles.
But here's the catch.
Yeah.
We have no clue how many miles because we have no measuring device on the machine.
Wow, Sam, thanks for that perfect transition. Let's talk a little bit about how this thing works and how we're going to measure distance and temperature. Taking this thing apart shows it uses what looks like a synchronous AC motor to turn the rollers using a series of gears. And the food is cooked by these stationary heating elements that are in the center of each roller. To measure the distance the hot dog travels while cooking, we need to measure how much the rollers spin. To do this, we're going to use an encoder. I resin printed a gear that will attach to the encoder and mesh with the gears in the machine. This means the encoder will turn the same number of times as the rollers. Knowing the diameter of the rollers, we can calculate the circumference, which will give us the distance that the hot dog travels. To measure the temperature, we're going to use this temperature probe connected to a slip ring so it can rotate with the hot dog without getting tangled. All I have to do is finish assembling everything and wire the sensors to a Raspberry Pi so we can display the temperature and distance while cooking. Now this roller machine is a super easy way to cook hot dogs, but it still isn't as easy as making a website with this video's sponsor, Squarespace. No matter what you're making your website for, Squarespace has you covered. They make it easy to buy and set up custom domains as well as integrating online stores into your website. I also found it very easy to upload and embed videos into my site. They even have a video studio that you can use if you want to edit raw footage and post it directly to your site. Squarespace has tons of features like this that make the whole process super easy. I just recently started building my website, and I look forward to continuing to post stuff on it, like files and pictures from all my projects. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready, use my link below to save 10% on your first purchase. Now back to the video. So now, with everything assembled, we can finally answer the question of how many miles does it take to cook a hot dog.
It's gained a few wires since last time.
On this screen, we can see the distance the hot dog has traveled, as well as the internal temperature. To insert the temperature probe into the hot dog, I first made a hole using a straw. I started by putting the cooker in the slow cook mode. This is likely the most similar to the rollers in gas stations. With everything ready, we can put the hot dog on the rollers and let it go.
Now, according to the internet, which would never dare lie to us, hot dogs are done when they hit 165. Now, everyone likes their food cooked differently. Some maniacs will eat raw hot dogs.
Stop it. Get some help.
Or some people like them really well cooked. For this test, we're going to determine it done when it hits that 165 number, but we'll see what it looks like and then we'll decide if we want to go further or not. Woo! 165! Let's go!
As you can see, it rolled about 15.5 feet before it reached the temperature of 165. But that's in the slow cook mode, so let's see how much faster it is on the high setting. So, long story short, it's much faster on the high setting, and it cooked in only about 5.5 feet. So with my lunch now rolled to perfection, I can sit down and look at the data that the Raspberry Pi had been recording this whole time. Using the temperature probe and encoder data, we can assemble a temperature versus distance curve for each cooking mode. You can clearly see how the high power mode definitely cooked it a lot faster. Now in reality, the temperature is actually a function of time rather than distance, so here is a plot of that as well. Comparing this data to the original guesses shows that Dave was by far the closest. So woohoo, congrats to him, I guess. I know this project and video was pretty different from some of my others, but it was a random idea and I just had to do it. So thank you so much for watching. I've got more projects in the works, so subscribe for that, and I'll see you in the next one.